Alright, so in this video, we're going to talk about my load up for my solo moto camping trip. Let's check it out. What's going on, YouTube? FXDLS Brooklyn is back in the building. And yeah, man, we are doing the American dream right now, which is solo moto camping on one high performance hot rod Dyna. So what I wanted to do is just kind of show y'all a little bit of what's going on with this particular loadout, because it's a little bit different than the loadout I usually do for the cross country trips. We don't usually moto camp on those, so there's some subtle differences here that I think are worth highlighting. We did take some time to clean the bike yesterday. It is looking very, very, very fresh, very sparkly. I got all that S100 on the motor. Only thing that we messed up here is I put the plastic bag on the filter, not get any water in there, and lo and behold, having some of that burn into the pipe. As you can see, I've been doing so good this summer with maintaining this pipe in terms of hitting it with the Scotch-Brite and polishing it. But yeah, pretty standard setup. We got a lot going on the sissy bar, and then we got 2 packed leather pros, and then what's a little bit more subtle, which I'll talk about, is we have the Thrashin Supply Extra. It's like the biggest version you could get up here. And then I actually have, probably can't see it, but I have a tool roll in there too with all my tools. So kind of what we got going on here in terms of the camping situation is I like to put as much stuff externally as I can. So you can see I got my main water bottle. This is all coffee stuff. We're having coffee in the morning. Of course, we got our mug. Shout out to Ride to Food. What's on here, one of the new additions, is this is actually the Biltwell Exfil 65. This is one that I wanted to test out this summer. Specifically, I wanted to test this one out just because it's entirely waterproof. You don't have to throw a cover over it. So I was attracted to that idea of having a fully waterproof bag. And yeah, I figured what better time to test this thing out than right now when we're doing one of the more challenging setups, which again is solo moto camping. So that's what the bag looks like. It's a little bit smaller. Well, maybe not a little bit. It's a lot smaller than the Exfil 80, but it's still pretty big. You could see I was still able to fit a substantial amount of stuff in there. Obviously I'm not going to unpack the thing, but what I have in there is I have changes of clothes, jeans, I got an entire sleeping bag in there. Pretty much anything that I didn't want to get wet, I threw in there. And that's kind of what's in there. What this thing is right here, which is taking up a lot of space, that's a tent. It's actually a 4-person tent, a little bit more than what we needed, but I'll show you in a later video why I decided to bring this one. And then this over here, I don't know if you can see it, this is actually a ground breaker. So this is like a sleeping pad that's self-inflatable. This thing over here, this is a clear shield. So if we're in a situation where we gotta throw a clear shield on, it's got a pin lock on there, just grab it off of there and boom, we are set. In this Leather Pro, a couple of basic things. I got a wood block, so that we can throw the kickstand down. If there's mud, the bike's not going to sink into it. Got a nice little axe over here. It's one of my favorites. Yeah, that's really it. Probably going to be splitting some wood tonight, getting the fire going. On the inside of this Leather Pro, nothing too crazy going on. It's got a water bottle, got some other little electronic stuff. You can't see it, but I have a fold out chair that I'm going to use from REI. Got a book I'm reading here. It's a Gone series, and not too much else going on in that Leather Pro. This Leather Pro, got a couple other things you might want to have in the side bag. We got insect repellent. Probably gonna want that. It's a rag. I got some bear spray in there. I don't know if you can see that, but just basic things you might want to have while you're camping. Extra bungee cords. And yeah, in this Leather Pro, the other thing we have is just a bunch of layers. Where I'm going, it does drop down to the 40s sometimes, even in the summer, so you want to be prepared with your layers. And then bringing it up here into the actual bar bag, I got things that I want to readily access if I need it. I got some supplements, vitamin D, vitamin C, Easy Pass, of course. Wireless charger, this is going to be important because I don't know if they're going to have electricity there. A little GoPro battery if we decide to do a lot of recording. Helmet lock, Leather Pro, Leatherman, not Leather Pro. We got the white touch-up as we continue to destroy this bike's paint, Could actually show you. We put that over here for that giant ship that came out. It's not perfect, but, you would never notice it if you were passing by at this point. So touch that up. And then, yeah, the reason why I love this bag is below it, you got that cruise tool roll, which I've had to use a lot this summer. So I like that that's just in a readily available place that's not going to take up any space in my main loadout. And yeah, that's really it, man. Pretty standard loadout. You know, I'm going to make some videos as I'm doing it, just for those of you who are trying to get into moto camping. We're trying to do it more and more on the cross-country trips just to save money on hotels. So figure this will be a good one to do, good little break for me. And yeah, you know, check out some of the videos coming up next to see what we get into. As always, stay safe, stay low, ride fast, hot rod Dynas. God bless America. And on that, FXDLS Brooklyn is out.